Hello, I'm Cynical Gamer and welcome back to another Age of Empires 2 HD replay. Now, I say another, it has been quite a while since my last video about Age of Empires, about 3 months, so that's quite a substantial amount of time away from YouTube, and I do have to apologise for that delay. Now, the reason for that delay was my computer broke, I lost my graphics card, so rendering videos and recording videos was quite difficult running on an onboard graphics card, should I say. So I ended up spending about a month and a half finding a new graphics card to get the best deal for myself, and it took, as I said, quite a long time to do so, but it's okay now because I've got my new graphics card. I've got the 670 MSI Twin Frozar for a brilliant price of £210 from Overclockers. So I've now got that graphics card and it's running amazingly well, and because of that I can make more videos. So here we see a game between me, who is No Faddy, in case for those who don't know, that's my Age of Empires name, and Ray. I'm playing as the Celts, and he is playing as the Chinese, so he obviously has the 5 villager advantage, so he really needs to get onto food as soon as possible to make up for the 0 food that he starts with for the extra 2 villagers that he starts with. So he's doing that in a quite an unusual way. In fact, he's got 4 villagers individually on sheep, which I would not recommend you do, because obviously food, once sheep or boar are killed, it naturally depletes even if you're not collecting from it, and 1 villager collecting from it means that it doesn't counteract this, so you're collecting food and also losing food. You need about 2 villagers per sheep at least. I usually go for about 4 sheep, I must admit, to try and get that up, and he's got enough food to start producing villagers, but he's decided not to, so whether that's just error of him not noticing. We're on Arabia, it seems, and if I just turn on Fog of War, he's got those 2 sheep, he's not moving them down, and he's nicely building some houses to wall off that little small section there, and he's collecting wood from this area here, and he's spotted its food supply and gold supply and stone supply, so he's got quite a good scouting vicinities to look through, and he knows where to move on next for his next gold, and he could go for the boar when he's killed off these sheep. So I'll jump back to me. So I'm quite heavily going onto the sheep, like I said. If you have like 5 or so people on 1 sheep, it's more efficient. Got 3 people on wood. I think this is just to pay for a lumber camp and a mill, in case I go for the berries that I found, the gold that I found, and the stone that I found. I think I'm going to get some lumber camps up in this area here. And there we go, I've just finished that first sheep. I'm producing no villagers, which is quite costly for me, because I could do with producing some villagers. My first tree now has been cut up, so they've all separated. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. So now I've just told them all to go onto the same tree, so they're not all spread out. And there we go, I've just noticed that I've got quite a bit of food, so I've just started to produce 3 villagers. Go over to Ray now. So he's just built a mill, and he's now working on getting the food from the berry supply that he's got, and he's got 3 villagers. I usually keep to about 2, but he's on his last sheep, so he might go. He's probably going to go for that boar, but we'll see. So he's got a 4th villager on the berries now, so he really needs to get the wood supply. I think he's noticed the fact that he needs some more villagers. And obviously because of that he is actually producing villagers. Oh, that's unusual. So instead of him going for the boar that he's got over there, he's putting all the villagers on the berries. So he's got about 10 villagers on the berries, which is quite unusual because they're going to get all chopped up and blocking each other on the way back to the mill, because he's not got a mill on the other side, so they're going to have to walk all the way around, and that's going to cost him, even though he is going to be getting a lot of food in little small packs. He's just built lumber camp, so he's now chopping down that wood supply there to hopefully go for some farms later in the game. So if I jump back to me, So I've got a nice little wide area of scouting, just checking what's at the side of me, because that's more of the side there. Managed to cut through all my sheep, and I've gone for a boar as well, so I'm sorry you've missed that. I've managed to get a boar, luring it, but it seems that I lost a villager by trying to lure that boar, so that's quite costly for me that I've just lost a villager trying to lure a boar. But now I just need 7 more food to then move into the feudal age if I chose to. And I'm just now getting some more people on wood to compensate for if I get farms later on. Like I said, I've got 2 to 3 villagers on the berries. So they can just quickly drop it off, get some more, drop it off, get some more, like that. Got them on the very last sheep. I've now just started to go into the feudal age, and as I said, because I've put more on the wood, it means I can compensate for getting a farm. And I've got 1 person on gold, just so I can keep up with that. I've currently got 2 houses, or 3 houses should I say. So I could see myself population blocking myself. So I'll have to build some more houses by dragging someone off wood or food to do so. So I've just built some more farms. And I'm sending 2 over to the lumber camp to compensate for these extra farms that I'm building. I'm just going to fast forward it a bit. So I've moved into the feudal age. Have a look at Ray. Ray is still not in the feudal age. He's finished off all these berries. He's just built a mining camp to get the gold there. And he's unusually put all the people that were on the berries onto the wood lumber camp. So he's going to have a chock amount of wood, but he's still got to make up about 50 food to get into the feudal age, and he's only got 4 villagers producing food to do that. So that's like the villagers only collect 10 food from the farm, so he's going to be looking at quite a while till he's going into the feudal age, and this is really not the best tactic in the world. He's still not made use of the boar. I thought he was going to make use of it after he got the berries, but he's still not done that. His scouting line's quite unusual. He's gone all the way around the map. So he's not managed to find me yet, I don't think, because I'm right here. And he's not managed to find me. He's got a massive wood supply now. Probably to compensate for that later when he's probably going to go for quite a lot of farms. So we should see him start dragging people off. And as I say that, he's just dragged a villager off to start building another farm. He's now going into the feudal age. And we'll have a look at how I am doing. So I think I've just managed to stop myself from house blocking myself. I'm now building a barracks. I've got a good wood supply going on, good food supply going on, and I've got 2 people on the gold. So I've just built my blacksmith, should I say, not barracks. And now I'm building a barracks, so we'll see what happens there. I'll quickly jump back to Ray. I've got 19 population, he's got 23, so he might start catching me up actually because of this extra advantage. He's just jumped into the feudal age. He's now pumping out a barracks, and he's got a nice wood supply still, 500. That's quite a lot. He's got no microing going on with replenishing farms. He's got 1 person on the gold. Could do with probably taking some off the wood and putting it on the gold, but we'll see. Still not made use of that boar, and he's building a mining camp to get from that stone. Now we'll jump back to myself. So I've just come into the end of my berry supply. I've got 2 people on the gold. You might see me trying to get some military in a second. Quite far ahead on the points, about 400 to 300. I'll fast forward it a bit, and as you can see, I've managed to scout out his base, and because of that, his scout has started chasing me, and I've got half health, so I'm taking the risk of making him find out where I am by leading him back to my base. But by doing this, I can put men in the town centre and try and defend my scout, but I'm a little bit late to do it. And am I going to lose my scout? We'll see. Nope, he's fled away on the 1 HP left, and I've managed to kill his scout. So that was quite an effective tactic there used. And as you can see, I'm starting to get some archery ranges. I got 3 people on gold now, and I'm on to my last berry supply. I've got quite a lot of people on wood, but it is starting to thin out there, so I might move places in a second. Could do with replenishing that farm quickly, which I have. And that leaves me room to just scout around without him attacking me, unless I go too close to his town centre, of course. Let's fast forward it again. So, he's now definitely trying to go for the food option. He's got a lot of people on wood, but he really does need to start pumping out some villagers to compensate for the amount of food he's getting. Maybe move on to more gold, definitely more gold. He's got one person, that's not enough. He's going quite heavy on food. Maybe he's trying to go for a scout or a night rush or something. But the Chinese do tend to prefer going on to archery, with their unique unit being a very effective archer. Me being the Celts, of course, I have the infantry bonus of speed by 15%, so I'm obviously going to go for infantry. I might go for a couple of horses, but we'll see. I've got these 2 archery ranges now up, and I'm starting to produce oh, nothing, it seems. I've got my blacksmith doing nothing. Oh, and I've got the people have just finished doing the berries. They're also doing nothing, and I'm getting some houses too, because I think I just slightly house population blocked myself. So I'm getting those people that built the houses onto the farms, and I've still not noticed these people here, and that is costing me quite a lot of time in terms of my economy not doing anything. I'm producing villagers now to cut down on all that food that I've got. Still not producing any men, so I am really not doing too good at the moment. There we go, I've just managed to notice my berry people, and now I'm building some farms to make use of those people. I'm still producing some villagers, and I seem to be checkpointing them there. And I'll check back with Ray. I'm on 29 population now, and he's on 22, so I've just overtook him in terms of villager count. And he's got a substantial amount of food right there, 1,300. So he really needs to start producing some villagers, cut down on that increase that population, should I say. And he has got quite a lot of houses. Oh, and there we see he's putting more houses up. So he really should have noticed that he needs to get some villagers out there and make use of that food. There's no point just stocking it up for no reason. He set a checkpoint over there with the town centre, and he's building a really nice effective walling system there, although I'm not sure if there's a gap there. No gap there, so really great wall in there with buildings. I don't think I've built any walls as such yet. He's now building a blacksmith, and he should be producing villagers really. And this is what you start to see with people that build a lot of farms. When it comes to the end of the farms running out of food, which is about 300 usually, you'll start to see that they can't compensate for replenishing them because they've not got enough people on wood. So he's only got 5 people on wood, but he's got a lot of people on farms. So unless he starts building more people onto the wood, he's gonna see a lot of farms need reseeding, and he just won't have enough wood supply to do that. He's now jumping into the castle age, and let's see where I am up to. So I'm still in the feudal age. I've just built my archers, and I'm building some spearmen as well. So I've got quite a significant amount of people of gold. I've got a good amount of people on wood. What's going on over here? Oh yeah, I've got 3 people travelling over to make a new lumber camp to get some wood supply here. Maybe take out that wood supply there later on, and stop myself from population blocking myself again. I've built 4 houses, should I say, and I'll probably put them back onto wood in a second. So I'm building quite a lot of archers now, just to get a little bit of a military going. And I've just now got a padded archer armor increase, so they're a bit stronger, and I think I've added the damage 1 increase, so they are probably the best they can be. But of course I'm in the feudal age, and he is in the castle age, so it'll be quite interesting to see whether the early military that are going for will work against his superior castle infantry that I might produce. And as you can see, he's now producing men-at-arms. I'm not sure if he's built any blacksmith upgrades on them, but he definitely is producing about 7 men-at-arms to put them right there. To, of course, because he's got them walled across here, he's clearly just keeping here just a bit more secure, because this is an open area of his area, so to speak. And I don't think, if I check back, I don't think I've noticed that. I'm sending my scout round, and I've not noticed that there's houses there, so that'll update telling me that if I head around there. I'm now sending my army of archers and spearmen, just in case he's got some horses. I've got quite a significant amount of archers, and even I'm moving now into the castle age, so I might wait to improve the archers to the next level, but we'll see. I've got some on gold as well as the people on gold here, so I've got quite a lot of gold going. And what's going on over here? I've managed to build a market just now. And there we go. I've just moved my army there to think there's a massive gap, and it's worked brilliantly as tactic of housing there, because I'm sending my horses long, and it wasn't quite working out the move in there. The horse just went back and forward. And there we go, I've just found out that he's walled off there. I waste even more time by checking if there's a tiny little sliver of a gap there, and there isn't, of course. So I pull my army back just in case he decides to attack me, which of course he could do. He could put those men of arms round and try and scout me out there. So I've just moved into the castle age. I'm instantly going for the crossbow upgrade, so we should start to see some improved archery. And of course, I think I'm just doing some upgrades on farming and mining. We'll see. And as you can see, I'm now pulling my horse around to see if there is a gap between here. I'm thinking that there might be some housing going across there. And now I'll keep it on me. So I've put my army just in the middle here, just in case I've got enough speed to run here or run back to base if he decides to attack me. I've still got those villagers idle. That's not very good at all. I've let that happen. And I'm moving a villager over here to what seems I'm going to build a town centre here to make use of that food and gold supply. And as you can see, flashed over there on the map, I think I've just found some men at arms that I've just found there. So now that I know it's open, I'm moving my army in, and we'll start to see a small attack coming in. I'm about just under 1,000 ahead of him in points. I'm just going to scout out again just to check if they're still there. Yep, they're there. So as you can see, I'm luring these men at arms out of his base so he can't use his town centre as archery use with his villagers. And we'll have a look at it from Ray's perspective. So I've managed to lose my scout, and he managed to quit. So that was it. He lost the game, and it seemed, if I just skip back to the end, I want to show you that last bit just because I skipped past it by accident. Yeah, I've got my scout luring these men at arms, as I said, pulling them out, and I've put it on play speed now because I didn't realise that it fast forwards it quite a lot. I've got these archers coming in to lure these men at arms out, and then I thought he might have spotted me, so we'll check. Did he spot my men? So he doesn't know my men are there, but I think he's doing some reverse psychology, trying to drag my horse in, which worked and killed my scout. He's noticed there's an archer there. The AI's automatically detected it. They're going for that. And as you can see, I'm just going to start moving in. And sadly, the game came to an early end because obviously archers can quite dominantly take out men at arms. Granted, the spearmen weren't going to be much use to me. And it mainly came down to both of us quite making some severe mistakes throughout, but the fact that he didn't make very good use of his food and wood supply meant that he had a lack of villagers and not enough resources coming in. I had a couple of issues of not making use of some of my idle villagers, which was costing me quite a lot, and of course he didn't make use of these boars at all. So if there's anything to learn by this video, it's definitely make use of the boars and try not to overly compensate with the farms, although he was starting to balance it out a bit, but because of him trying to balance it out, he still didn't have enough gold, which would have caused him to not produce enough to get into the Imperial Age quickly, and especially not produce enough men at arms for the future. And that was it. The game ended early with a victory to me. Thanks for watching, guys. There should be another video coming mid next week, hopefully, and that'll be another Age of Empires 2 video. And I am thinking of doing some other videos on either War Thunder or World of Tanks. But as for now, thanks for watching this Age of Empires 2 HD replay.